Alright, so let me just hop on here for a quick moment because I want to tell you my experience with Flair Airlines that didn't happen. So I booked my Flair Airlines flight on May 5th, 2022 from Abbotsford to Calgary, and it was set for May 27th, 2022. And the total cost of my entire flight, including taxes, was $70. And to be honest, that was really difficult to pass. So I went ahead and booked that flight, and I booked my hotel, and I told my friends in Calgary that I was going for the weekend, and I was super excited. Now, fast forward to May 27th, which was a Friday, around 10 o'clock in the morning, I received a text message and an email regarding complimentary hotels and complimentary meal vouchers. And 5 minutes later, they sent me a confirmation that my flight was indeed canceled. Yeah, so out of all my years of flying multiple airlines in multiple countries, never have I experienced, not even once, a flight cancellation on the same day, and I had no idea what to do. But at this point, I immediately started to scramble for alternative flights, checked whether Flair Airlines was flying at a later flight from Abbotsford to Calgary, and all the Flair flights that day was just canceled. I even went as far as checking flights to Vancouver International to see if there's anything flying out of there to Calgary from Flair, but at this point there's just no Flair flights at all for both airports on May 27th. I went to check Lynx Air. They were charging $199 one way. WestJet was charging $400 one way. And at this point, I gave up. I canceled my hotel. I canceled everything, told my friend I was not going anymore. At this point, I did use their chat box and I requested to issue a refund. Now, the process of issuing a refund was actually very efficient personally for me. I sent an email. 10 minutes later, I got a response from their team, and they said that they'll look into it. And about 5 minutes later, they were able to process my refund for the full round trip within 7 to 10 business days. Now, Flair Airlines did rebook me the following day to Calgary. However, it didn't make sense because at this point I've already cut half of my trip, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna go there for literally just a day, or just half a day. So anyways, I just went with the refund, and that was fine. I think, to be honest, I was impressed with the speed. They did it very quickly. Now, I just want to let everybody know that I'm not here to bash on Flair Airlines at all. I'm just completely expressing my opinions regarding my canceled flight. To be honest, as a passenger, it really sucks, but obviously I cannot take it out on the crew of Flair Airlines because I'm sure they had nothing to do with the flight cancellations. However, yeah, again, I understand everybody's frustrations. I was left scrambling. I just didn't know what to do at all. Yeah, and this is a reoccurring issue from Flair. If you go to their Instagram or the comment section, a lot of people really do complain regarding missing luggage or just flight cancellations. That's definitely the number one thing. And to be honest, I'm not sure why it's happening frequently, specifically for that airline, but it's something that they really need to fix. Now, personally, I would love to try them again because I really did have a good experience the first time, and but now I'm unsure whether if my flight will be guaranteed, but I'm hoping that won't be the case for the months to come and that they really do something about it. So that was my experience. But now my friend who works for WestJet saw my disappointment and frustration, and he was really nice enough to give me his buddy passes through WestJet and was able to save my entire trip and rebook me on standby from Abbotsford to Calgary, and also on my return trip from Calgary to Abbotsford as well. Now, this was something that I highly appreciative of. Shout out to Joseph for truly saving my trip. Because prior to that, I was so excited and I was really disappointed when they canceled. But honestly, like, this was such a saving grace. So thank you, Joseph, if you're watching this. I appreciate you. Anyways, that was my experience. I know I hate talking in front of the camera sometimes, but now let's go on with the trip report with WestJet on standby. Let's go. Welcome back to Abbotsford International Airport. Today we are on board a WestJet Flight 380 service to Calgary. And as I wait for my flight, I see Flair Airlines from Winnipeg taxiing to their gate. And it just reminded me of the very rough morning that I had with them when they canceled my flight last minute. But rest assured, at the end of every storm comes a beautiful rainbow, and the rainbow being WestJet. But anyways, let's continue on with this trip report. Today we are on board a Boeing 737-800. Now today's flight time is roughly about 55 minutes from Abbotsford to Calgary, and as you can see, I am seated at the right hand of the aircraft. Now each seat does have a really comfortable headrest, which I struggled to control because I'm holding one hand with the camera, but they were really comfortable. Now in the seat back pocket in front of me, we do have our WestJet safety card, which is recommended to read prior to takeoff. And we also have our onboard menu where you can choose items for purchase. But keep in mind that not all items listed here will be available, as it is dependent on the duration of the flight. And of course, as I'm not surprised, the seats do recline. And in front of me, we do have just our standard tray tables. And we do have our USB onboard charging station where you can charge your devices.
Any guests that require the cruise assistance leaving the aircraft are asked to remain seated until all other guests have...
Welcome back to Calgary International Airport. Today we are on board a WestJet Flight 3349 to Abbotsford. Today I am flying standby. However, my friend did check the open seats for this flight and it's highly likely that I will get a seat. And on board I am seated on 3A, which was written manually as the printer was not working. Now this will be the first time for me boarding a WestJet Encore flight Q400. When I boarded the aircraft, the cabin crew member actually moved my seat from 3A to 1A. Now as you can see, the legroom here is absolutely amazing. The cabin crew members handed out bottles of waters to those seated at the premium seat. And at this point, I was really grateful to be even assigned this seat, considering that I was flying standby.
Nothing else left is low side.
most stunning things about flying from Calgary back to British Columbia is the stunning Rocky Mountain views. The cabin crew actually handed out snack boxes for those seated at the premium seats, and the tray tables is actually pulled from the sides if you are seated from the front. And inside this box came with these snacks. Now the Dash Q400 comes with one lavatory at the front, and as you can see, it's not that spacious considering the aircraft is small. It was pretty crammed in there, but the seats do recline in this aircraft as well. And keep in mind that the seats does not come with a universal power outlet, so you'll need to bring your own portable charger if you need to charge your devices. Now this was a very quick flight from Calgary to Abbotsford, roughly about 55 minutes, and this was also my first time flying the WestJet Encore flight. The service of the flight attendants on this flight was extremely professional and really caring actually, and I really enjoyed my flight on the way back. Once again, shout out to my really good friend Joseph for providing me those buddy passes, standby tickets, and I'm really happy with the efficiency and service from the WestJet staff and crew. Thank you once again for watching my trip report. See you on the next one.